WeChat is often compared in China to Weibo, which has been the predominant social media for the last about 5 years in China. As of last year, it's displaced Weibo as the single most important social media in China. The single most important reason that it's displaced Weibo is for the fact that it's mobile and it's native to a mobile format. Where Weibo was built for the web and online, WeChat is a native mobile app, and therefore the functions and the user interface of WeChat make it something that people can use at any time of their day, from very early morning till last thing at night. A number of the studies that we've come across show that right before bed is one of the highest or the peak times in terms of WeChat. Now, with Weibo, it's unlikely that you're going to sit in front of the computer right before bed with your mobile phone. You're more likely to do that. The other key times in terms of using WeChat are after meals, in your commute. So it's one of those things that gives much greater access at all times during the day. It's fundamentally a different type of social medium than Weibo, in the fact that Weibo is basically like Twitter and streams media from high-power influencers down through a chain of people. WeChat is a much more grassroots type social media in the respect that it's you and I connecting point to point, and it's my close circle of friends sharing information in a much more intimate way. I think early on it became powerful, and the first set of functions of WeChat were functions that without cost allowed people to send text messages, the equivalent of an SMS to each other. But it's grown into much more than that in terms of being able to send voice messages, have group chats, and more recently they've included a lot of e-commerce functions, which are really exciting. Functions that will allow, in an intimate environment where people are sharing point to point, where me and you are close friends, I may share a link to something that I've bought, and you would have the opportunity, for instance, inside of WeChat to buy that product without ever leaving WeChat. And that makes it a really exciting proposition. Where Weibo has monetized itself by selling ads and doing a lot of tie-ins with brands, the WeChat interface is really clean and there's no ads. They'll try to monetize and bring in revenue from e-commerce. It's a really clean user interface. For brands, it holds the possibility of being a place that they can sell products and link social and e-commerce. We're doing a lot of work right now in consulting with brands to give them a clear idea for how to, one, manage the content that goes into a stream inside of WeChat, but how then to link that content to the possibility of sales.